Hi, all. I hope you all are doing well. This is just a check in on the current energy, and I felt like something was lacking. There was a whole lot of stuff trying to come in, and I couldn't figure out what it was. So I did a bit of research and incorporated the channeled messages that I was receiving as well into what is going on, why there's so much lack of clarity, why there's so much restlessness, and what's happening with respect to the cycle completion. So we know that we've completed major cycles, and one small phase is just over, and maybe this remnant energy is not ending like I thought earlier in April. It'll be another year, at least this year as well. Of course, this is a healing phase of the whole karmic cycle, and why I like blended these two is because I felt one was all the channel guidance that was coming in with respect to lack of clarity, and the other was I don't know. I kind of felt like Saturn being in Pisces was something. Like I was wondering why there's so much focus on spirituality. Why are we suffering? Because it literally felt like a suffering going on. Lack of clarity, lack of wisdom, lack something was blocked. Something felt muddled. So after all of that research and like I said, incorporating my own intuitive insights that came in, I'm just like uh, presenting it to you guys as well so that it may help you understand and process all that you're going through right now. So basically, this period is Saturn in Pisces from last year, March 29th, I believe, up to May 29, 2027. So, what this transit means for us is this basically Saturn, as we know, represents karma. This is the planet of karma. It's like we don't consider the outer planets much in Vedic astrology. Maybe up to Saturn, and that's the outermost planet and the most obviously the most slow moving planet. And it's been retrograde in the zodiac of Pisces. Pisces is the last zodiac. Saturn, as I said, represents karma, discipline, basically, action, effort. It's the reason that we're here, which we may or may not address. And if we do, things go better for us. Better as in we get more clarity and we align. We continue to receive um, guidance from our divine team, and we continue to ascend and end the cycle. The ultimate cycle is a cycle of birth and rebirth, right? Birth and death, basically. So Saturn is here for detachment, for justice, for breaking old patterns, for it feels like long-term suffering because yeah, it's a 2.5, almost 2.5 year period, or 2.2 to be exact, but let's say 2+ years of suffering. That's really long term, right? For some of us, it becomes really hard to cope with depending on where Saturn is in your own chart. But this long term suffering is definitely bringing wisdom. And right now, um, not just wisdom, growth, alignment, and ascension. Right now, what's happening is Jupiter, the planet of wisdom, is retrograde in the zodiac of Gemini, and therefore that makes us really even more confused and even more unclear. So, wisdom is kind of blocked right now. And back to Saturn, Saturn basically shapes who we become. Saturn and Moon are really, really important for our growth. Like we have the happy planets, the sun, Venus, all of that, Jupiter for expansion, growth, wisdom, and all of that. But we need to keep an close eye on where Moon is going. Moon is obviously every 2.5 days, it's hopping around all the planets. But we also need to keep a big eye out on Saturn and where it is transiting because it affects us in ways that we don't realize. So Saturn shapes who we become. And sometimes we go through what we call sadisati, or 7.5 year period cycle. I think this comes 3 times in our lives, which really you feel like things are being ripped out of your life. You go through all your hardships during this period, which seems like hardship, but if you go with the flow and learn the lessons that these challenges are teaching you, you will be able to manage it better, cope with it better, or it may seem a lot more seamless than when you resist it. So basically, the 7.5 year period asks us to slow down or just go slower than we used to. Slow down, figure out what's happening with you, take a pause, take a break, step back kind of thing. So if you connect it with the tarot cards, the Hermit, Death, Justice, and Tower cards kind of deal with represent tarot or the influence of Saturn. So Saturn is responsible for delays, loneliness, loss, and basically a lot of hard work. And with Saturn being in Pisces, Pisces is the last zodiac. So this deals with endings, with spirituality. Pisces alone just deals with being sensitive, being empathetic, being spiritual, psychic, intuitive, healing. So, with Saturn being in Pisces, the focus is on all of these aspects, focusing on your calling, finishing all the lessons, uh, working on them. Otherwise, those lessons keep getting repeated as well. And seeing that you don't get too distracted, otherwise, you'll have to face these consequences again, like the law of cause and effect. Like the justice card, basically repeating another cycle or continuing to be stuck in a cycle until you don't learn those lessons. So basically what it teaches us is to break patterns. It even removes people, relationships, friendships. That's what the loss is about: loss of relationships, job, health ailments, losing friendships or situations, thoughts, patterns, anything that's not serving your highest good. So please understand, if something is being removed from your life, instead of wondering why that went, understand how uh, this was not for your highest good. It was not meant for you. It was not meant to cause you any pain, but to protect you. Ultimate goal is for protection, right? Um, so yeah, you may experience a heightened sense of intuition with it being in Pisces. So intuition is heightened. You're going through past life karma, and in this whole period of putting in so much effort feels like it's extra effort. So it feels like you're more exhausted, you're like tired of the drama because you're exhausted of all the past relationships, the past drama, the people, the exhaustion and the energy that you have consumed dealing with all of this. You feel literally tired of the drama of people. You might literally find yourself saying, I'm done with people, I'm done with drama, I'm done with overextending myself in areas where it's not even being appreciated. So you could be in an energy of withdrawal, of being happy to be alone, of being more spiritual, of self discovery, of working on your shadow aspects, of working on healing, of setting strong boundaries around yourself in every aspect of your life. And the main lesson that we learn here is responsibility, ending karmic cycles that are not for your highest good. And all of this pain is basically leading us to wisdom. So, pain that is being converted into wisdom. This wisdom is something that your consciousness will never forget. It's something that you will carry forward and probably share with previous, with everyone else once you're not here physically. So, if you avoid your emotions now, if you're repressing your emotions, not handling your shadow work, then you will feel more lost. And if you avoid responsibility, you will feel more stuck. And if you avoid truth, you will feel more drained. So, avoidance is something that you shouldn't be doing. Address your emotions, feel your feelings, express them, write it down, journal. Um, don't shirk your responsibilities. Whatever tasks you're supposed to do, don't procrastinate, do it. Take baby steps also, but do something. And don't be in an illusionary state. Face the truth, and that can be done only when you're in a more calm state. So meditate, reflect, go within for guidance, and trust the guidance that comes in. Um, so this period till next mid next year will basically, the Saturn and the Pisces combination is going to be, governing karma and time. It's going to, like, it slows life so that your soul can catch up. And this Saturn in Pisces is literally dissolving old cycles, um, basically a completion phase. And you may feel the clarity is not coming in. You may be a little bit worried or stressed about that, but just know that clarity cannot be forced. And with Jupiter being retrograde, it's going to be a little harder. So wait for Jupiter, probably later in the year. It goes into Cancer. Emotions could be addressed, heightened, or expanding. So Wait for clarity to come in. Do not force clarity. You can work on your basic decision making and see, like, you can do your tarot and all that to figure out what is blocking you or where you're lacking clarity. But know that if you feel like some things are not clear to you at the moment, just don't force it. It's not your fault. I'm not blaming the planets here, but just saying that it will come in when the time is right. Some things are meant to be hidden for a bigger reason. That reason also will be revealed to you in divine timing. So focus right now should be more on reflection through meditation, a kind of a reset, a kind of purging period, cleansing, work on your soul purpose. um, and if I just tapped in to see where we are with respect to relationships, the divine masculine really need to evolve and expand their consciousness. They've been in a survival protective kind of mode, and they've been relationship dynamics have changed a lot over the last 10 years, and with COVID it's literally been another crazy phase of total social disconnect. But yeah, so the divine masculine need to level up big time. They need to work on emotional quotient. uh, it seems like they're not ready to invest in people. They're so logical. They look at everything like work. Like, if I invest in this, what will I get back? They're looking at relationships also like that. If I invest in this person, what am I going to get back? Because if it's going to be investment, there'll be financial investment, there'll be a whole lot of stuff. And that's the past pressure of being in the divine masculine energy, of being the protector, the financial provider, and all of that. So that is kind of confusing the divine masculine, and they just need to release this old mindset, knowing that the divine feminine are regaining power, self-worth, and finding financial independence for themselves. So there is still an ego battle going on. The divine feminine have completely pulled back. They are stepping into their divine feminine energy even more, becoming more intuitive, more withdrawn, more responsible, more emotionally mature. And the divine masculine just need to catch up with that and understand that they are not responsible for everything. They just need to address what they are feeling and then what action they would like to take for themselves going forward. And as a collective purpose, we all need to seriously develop our sense of self love, self worth, empathy, compassion, releasing judgment, and focusing on alignment with the divine, trusting that your path and your journey is is bigger than all of the day-to-day challenges that you're going through, and just surrender your concerns to the divine. The Basically all of this comes back to, I don't know, maybe I'm just bringing it back to the importance of Saturn being such a powerful planet, and this is asking us not to procrastinate anything, because if you do, then you're going to be stuck somewhere. There's going to be an energy of imbalance. So I hope this reading helped you in some way. Do let me know in the feedback or comments if this resonated with you, or if you feel like you're going through any challenges as well in your life. Know that it's Saturn probably bringing you back on track. It's like you're falling off a cliff or something, and Saturn is pulling you back and putting you on track and showing you the path, but you need to do the work. So it's something like that. I'm also going to be doing a spread on this. I've created a spread to work with the energy of Saturn because it's here for another year and a half. So I just want to figure out how to work with that. I'll be doing a tarot spread as well. And if you need any specific spiritual guidance or guidance in your relationships, work, career, or even tarot guidance, do reach out to me at the links below. Till then, stay blessed. Thank you.